woman being the dope. No, it's the lady. She's real smart and a real wiseacre, you know. And old dumb Pop, you know, he's worried about his haircut or something. The last thing I saw. I mean, you know, made him, in, again, a homosexual situation. They did a parody off of all the guys being homosexuals, made a lot of cracks and so on. I mean, it was just like a gutter show, and I thought, gee, this is what we're about, and we're not only, that isn't so bothersome is the fact that that is just the road upon which we are traveling. It's not that it's not going to get any worse than that. It's not going to get any worse. But there's competition to even become more raunchy and more degenerate as we go along. It's not like, oh, that's all right. They never get any worse than that. No, but what are they going to do a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now? Reminded me when I was watching that show, I thought some of the commentary that the soldiers that were serving in the Vietnam War, when they came back, and what I heard so many of them say was the country changed so drastically, not for the good, but they were horrified at the direction that the country took right at that time. You know, the value systems were all crashing down. Maybe some of the value systems should have crashed down. But, I mean, I think it was a complete implosion, you know. Well, I think that's what they saw.
Well, and I think, too, when they were away from home and in a very, very tough situation like they were, what they were remembering were the best things and the good things. And then to come back and see a lot of changes in the 60s and 70s. It must have been all the tougher for them.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I just want to thank you for your show, and you hang in there.
Okay, thank you, dear.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. We'll try it again. Hello. I try to go quicker if I can. Go ahead. I'm doing good.
Homosexuals being in the Army because, you know, they're people, too.
Okay.
And they, you know, just because they're fucking...
Hello. Hi. How about a little kid? How old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
9, good. Go ahead.
And,
You got a shot on this show.
I'm that caller that said, I was getting picked on.
Yeah.
And, I talked to my brother, but he can't help me because he never got picked on, and,
He doesn't know what it's like, huh?
yeah.
So, who's picking on you?
All these, like, mean kids at school.
Mean kids.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are you very good at boxing? Are you a small kid? Are you a small kid?
I'm in the 4th grade.
You're 4th grade. See, that, I don't know. See, I can't advise you. I've had girls, you know, didn't have the problem with girls. If I had a son, what I'd say is, come here, I'll show you how to defend yourself. I mean, today, that's a different situation. My kids would probably laugh at me. My sons would say, well, if you know anything about armament, you know, we'll listen to you, but if you don't know, if you're going to talk about fisticuffs, they're not using fists, they're using et cetera here when you get up into the older ages. So I don't know what to say to you if they're picking on you.
Okay.
Give me an example of what they're picking on you for. I mean, how do they pick on you? By saying words to you, or do they push you, or?
They call me names and they try and start fights and push me on the ground.
Mm-hmm. You walk away? What do you do?
Well, I walk away.
Mm-hmm. Have you gotten hurt walking away?
Huh?
Have you ever gotten hurt walking away?
No.
Okay, so that may be my advice to you. If there's a bunch of them, just say something like, oh, you guys, why don't you pick on somebody your own size, or why don't you stop ganging up on people and, you know, make some comment, gather up your books, and go. You got other alternatives. I'm not in a position to advise you as being a 9-year-old. I think you go to mom or dad, and they're the ones that can give you the advice they wish you to follow, okay?
Yeah, but...
What? Uh-oh. It's never easy, is it? Go ahead. What? See, I never get an easy problem. They all say, come up with a problem. Go ahead.
I don't want to tell, because that would be sort of like a tattletale. And then if they call and tell, like, the kid's mom...
I get you.
Then the kid will get really mad and will maybe hurt me more.
Okay, yeah. Do you know anything about world politics?
What?
Do you know anything about national politics?
No.
Well, what you are doing now is experiencing life. And this will not change your whole life through. So, we are all afraid of our bosses. We're, not all of us, That's a terrible thing. But we have concerns sometimes with, the bosses giving us a hard time when we work every day, and fellow workers who are not, this is not helping you at all, I know. But, I'm trying to encourage you to understand that this is the beginning of this kind of thing generally, what generally people have to face. And I think life in general is rather stressful. You're going through a stressful situation where you're worried. That means you're worried and you're concerned for your own safety and health. And possibly you're going to find your own dimension there, how you're going to take it or not take it, or how you're going to deal with it, because you're going to develop your personality by making a decision under some kind of stress or fire, isn't the word. You're under fire somewhere. These guys are giving you a hard time. For a 9-year-old, that's a stressful thing. How many guys are there? How many people are there?
There are like about
Don't exaggerate now.
4 or 5.
Okay, we got them down from 50 to 4 or 5. So that's not fair, right?
No.
So, did you ever, there is something, I don't know, you could check with your mother on this, or father, but there is such a thing, just in general discussion, is that if you can't beat them, you join them. Did you ever think of, maybe making friends with one of the guys on the outside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Political tactic, like, maybe John is going along with the group, but he's not as vicious as the others. Might you not sort of go aside and say to John, here, I'll give you $100 to leave me alone, or something like that? No. But no, to say to John, hey, how about playing basketball after school or something, and you become one of the group, as like it's picking off the weak one in a herd mentality. You know what I mean? You often see the herd of animals running down in these animal films, right?
Yeah.
And then you see one straggler, right? So the lion or lioness is watching the straggler. He's not going after the tough ones out in front. So sometimes, I hate to tell you this, but you have to go around the back of the herd and maybe pick up a straggler and become friends with him, sort of like protect yourself.
Yeah, but
Gee, this is going to be tougher than I thought, huh?
No, they pick on a lot of kids.
Oh, they pick on a lot of kids. Well, there you got another strategy. You can form a group of your own that roam about. Then you may have gang warfare. That's true. But at least you'll be providing somewhat of protection. Unfortunately, this is the fact of life. You get other people who are facing the same problems, and you sort of gang together, and you group together. Let's not use gang. Let's say group. We have group fairs, group warfare. We don't say that. They always say gang war. We just have group encounters, okay? So they're going to be a little pushing and shoving. But if they know you're amongst a stronger group, they call them armies in real life, So you have your army, they have their army. I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I think I wish I was, I wish I wasn't here right now. Let's see. What can I tell you? I'm searching back. And I think, why don't you try some of the things, try a multitude, a lot of things, okay? Try different things. If this don't work, try that. Don't give up, and use your ingenuity, and check back with me in a little while and see if anything worked.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Keep your chin up. Keep going.
All right.
All right?
All right.
Have a good heart.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Some lady's going to be writing me a letter.
Hi, Hepp.
Hi, you told me my kid should join a gang. Oh, no.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hi. I just like to say hi, Joe, and
No, you can't say that. Who are you supposed to call on the telephone and talk to Joanne? Hello? She's